To this week's episode of Roll Charisma. I'm Shannon.
I am Steven.
There was only a slight delay there.
I don't know.
We're getting good at this. It's great. So on today's episode, we have TheFaxFox, which is super exciting. And we have our very own Anna. SanctumCosplays is going to be on later. Normally, we would go to Mac Jackal Ranger with the recap, but he's been uber crazy busy and didn't get it quite finished. So Ty, Law Evenstar, is going to do our recap, but we're going to do it at break just to really throw you off. If anybody is used to anything around here, stop it. This is Roll for Chaos.
Yeah, don't.
Stop. Just don't. But yeah, so I guess what we're going to do is just jump right on into the festivities. Everybody welcome TheFaxFox to the show. Yay! Yes!
What's up, guys? How you guys doing tonight? Thank you for having me. I appreciate being invited and being here.
Yes,
absolutely. We are really excited to ask you some random questions and have some tangential, crazy conversations and just have a blast. Time will go really fast. And then it'll be...
Fly.
I know.
Only flies when you're having fun. That's what it's all about.
That's right. All right. So why don't we start? Steven, do you want to start? You can roll the die.
Absolutely.
Fox has opted to allow us to roll the die for him. So
yeah,
he's a man of
dice.
Yes.
This shall be the lightning round of which we roll a d20 and let it decide the direction of this conversation.
We're gonna do icebreakers first. We just started the show.
Lightning round. I meant icebreakers, y'all.
Oh, good. I was like, wait a minute, did it go that fast?
I heard icebreakers. So.
Maybe.
See,
all right. You have it. I was just thinking time was going really freaking fast, man. Like,
skip the whole segment.
Over.
I don't even remember what happened.
Story of my life. Okay, so. If you could interview any figure from history, who would it be, and what would you ask them?
It has to be a figure from history?
You know, if you want to get creative, we're not very sticklery here. If you have something
because I'm thinking, like, what about like a god?
Sure.
Like Sobek, the god of the Nile, the crocodile god of the Nile, Egyptian god.
Down. Let's go.
I think that would be my go. Now, I don't know. I play a little League of Legends, and I play top lane, and I actually play Renekton, who is based on Sobek. So yeah, I think that would be my. That'd be my go-to. I guess if somebody could say Jesus, then I could say Sobek, right?
100%.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That is the way it works.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, I think that would be cool. I think that would be for what I know about the god. It would be a pretty cool interaction, I think.
I love that.
What would be, so you're sitting down, you guys get your alcoholic beverage or whatever, and then you ask the question, what would be the first one?
What would be the first question? Now you're getting deep. I
know, because you're gonna be curious because it's so obscure. So yeah. I'm like, ooh, I'm interested in obscurity.
Yes.
I don't know because I'd want him to drive the conversation. I don't feel like I'd be the one driving that conversation. You know what I mean?
So you'd rather listen and
I'd want to hear stories. I'd want to hear the stories. Like I feel like a god like Sobek, the god of the Nile specifically, a very important place in Egypt would be. He'd have a lot of stories to tell. interactions with other gods and
So
things
you
like
just
that.
keep sitting like this.
Yeah, exactly. Just like all ears. Like, tell me more.
Yes. It's fair.
Gotcha. Love it.
Perfectly.
All right, I'm gonna re-roll. Actually, Steven, I think you need to re-roll because, interestingly enough, I don't have numbers on my sheet. I don't know how I did that.
Oh, but maybe
You're
we
doing
just
all the
wanna watch
icebreakers.
1, 2, 3.
I don't
Okay, here
think
we go.
that that's good entertainment. No.
Next question. Who was your favorite all-time character you played in a TTRPG? Tell us about them and why they were your favorite.
I'd have to say it was Alton Lee Gallo was his name. Was a ranger. I'm trying to remember the subtype. It wasn't the one. It wasn't the Beastmaster.
The D&D.
Yeah, it was D&D. It was D&D.
Okay.
Primarily, most of my TTRPG has been D&D. I had a little bit of a spree with some Japanese TTRPG stuff. A game called Ryutama was a big one. I got behind the Kickstarter on that, into the English translations of it because it was originally released in Japanese. So I've got like an original like print of that from the Kickstarter. It's not even like properly edited or finished with artwork. So, but yeah, so I got into that for a little bit. But yeah, I would have to say D&D is where like D&D got me into it when I was a kid, 10 years old. Box of books handed to me and my friends by one of our friends' dads. He just I'm here. You kids take this. And a group of my friends just got a box of, I think it was second edition D&D books.
Yes.
And all these box sets and like a box full of stuff. So D&D's just
Like
always
your home.
been. Yeah, exactly. I got into World of Darkness. That's the one. World of Darkness. The mages. I got into a little bit. I got into some other stuff too. Mouse Guard. I played a little bit Mouse Guard, which was kind of fun. It's a little cute game, a little mouse. Oh, it's a lot of fun. It's a dice pool game. It's very it seems complicated, but it's very simple once you're playing, like most TTRPGs. But back to the question.
No, like I said, we go to the tangents. Totally.
Yes.
Alton Lee Gallo.
Anyway.
He was a ranger, and he was rather much of a risk taker. I liked playing that character. He was the one that would like risk his life in any situation to try and like put everybody else in a better situation. And so I was always, even though I was a ranged character as a ranger, I found myself in the shit, proverbial shit, so to speak, all the time with that character. So even though it was ranged, I had that in the fray kind of range shooters as opposed to like from the back lines kind of thing. So I remember specifically one time.
Range.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I remember specifically one. I can't remember the adventure. It was at my local gaming store. I used to play there a lot. And we were in a harbor and it was being bombarded by cannons and there was a dragon. It was this huge battle. And we were like in this alleyway trying to figure out what to do. And I was just like, you know what? Boom, run out, start drawing fire from the dragon, shooting at the air. Like just the rest of the team can get to the ship. And it was unbelievable. It all worked out in the end. They got to the ship, the heavy ballistas, took down the dragon. Oh, it was amazing. But like, yeah, but it was just amazing to like, because I was just like, everybody's just sitting here. There's a time for action and like, out of the alleyway, arrows flying at the dragon. It was a ball. That was probably one of my best moments, I would say.
I want to see a movie. I want to see this like animated and like.
In my head, it's a movie. In my head, it's a movie.
Yeah.
Let's see it.
Probably never could be replicated with the epicness. I was going to say epicity of what is in your head. Yeah. I don't know. I make up words. Why not? Somebody made up all words at one point. So.
I'm being visited by a laptop.
Oh, it's a puppy! Oh my gosh, he's so cute. What's his name?
Let's talk to the puppy.
His name is Cooper.
Cooper puppy.
And he's apparently needy for attention right now.
Well, clearly he needs all that loving. Look at yours. All right, Steven, go ahead.
Yeah.
I just critically failed.
Oh no.
Well,
but maybe it's a good question, so it's like a good.
Gonna be great.
So it's not a very good.
It's like one of those critical. You big suck.
It's a great question, Shannon.
I just feel bad because I wrote it.
You just let me know if you want to pass. You're in a public restroom and you've just gone number 2. When you realized your stall has no toilet paper, what do you do?
Is there somebody next to me?
No.
No. Okay.
You tell me. I'm not in the bathroom with you.
Okay, so if there's somebody next to me, I'm gonna ask if they can spare a square, at least a square, right?
Perfect.
I assume that a decent person is gonna be able to spare a square, right?
You would hope.
Right.
I would hope, unless they're in a toilet paper too. Because if we're both in the same
there's a toilet paper
situation,
shortage.
then there's a bonding moment as well.
It's like COVID has happened. No toilet paper is anywhere. 2 of you are in a public restroom. There is 1 square. What do you do? Elaborate it all.
Oh, I mean, if nobody's in there, I'm gonna do the little the shuffle, the poo shuffle. Everybody's done to try and find toilet paper. Everybody's done at least once in their life. I'm gonna do that shuffle over to the next stall if I can. If I think I can get away with it, and if I get caught, I mean, it's gonna be an awkward long stare, and then I'm gonna continue on because I've got business to do.
You have
And I hear Mission Impossible music the whole time, da-da, da-da, like doing the poop shuffle, you know?
an impressive amount of poop terminology. The poop shuffle, spare square. I love it.
Yeah. I'm so glad you answered
fair,
that question.
Yeah.
To be fair, the spare square thing is from Seinfeld. I stole it from Elaine.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be honest. I can't.
That's fair.
It's okay.
I think that might be original. So
I think I've never heard
you saw it here, folks.
Shall we do one more?
Okay. Uno más. And then we'll lightning.
You are a mad scientist. Money and ethics are not an issue for you in the slightest. What are you creating?
It's my favorite question.
Mine too.
What am I creating? That is a good question because I don't know. I've never really thought about that before.
See, we're mind provoking. That's what we do here. We're
right.
We're servicing to get your mind going. Can't talk myself, but
I think I'm gonna go with the first thing that popped into my head, and that would be a kaiju.
Okay.
Okay.
I think a kaiju would be the way to go there. I think if ethics are out, I'm a mad scientist, world domination. What better thing? We've all seen Pacific Rim, and nobody's got time to build those giant robots. So if I think I got the kaiju going on, I think I got the power. I think unless I lose control, which more than likely, knowing these stories, I probably will. In which case, then it's everybody else's problem, and I'm not there anymore. So
road to hell, good
and
intentions,
morals,
that whole thing, you know.
Yeah, and we already established that morals make no difference. So what is cleaning your mess for other people at that point?
You're like, look, I tried to save you all. I'm sorry you're all dead. It's fine.
You could twist it around in PR and be like, I am creating jobs here, people. Jobs.
Morticians.
You gotta recreate infrastructure. There's construction work, all sorts of things on the backs of this stuff.
Rebuilding society is it takes dollars.
And I guess if money wasn't an issue, then you could pay for all of those jobs to rebuild the infrastructure better, and then your project has made a better country, right? Maybe.
I mean, I guess.
Or does the kaiju wreck it all?
That's way too moralistic, though.
A kaiju do what kaiju do.
It's like a kaiju would be good. So, like, the word kaiju, like, are you specifically talking about the Pacific Rim kaiju, or like, doesn't kaiju just mean like weird creatures?
No, I thought kaiju was like giant monsters, basically.
Giant monsters.
Is my understanding of what it is. So, like,
too.
in Pacific Rim, it's kaiju, it's the giant monsters. Godzilla is a kaiju, essentially,
Right.
the giant monster, right? That's my understanding. I could be wrong, and somebody could correct me.
No, I think you're right. That sounds right too. I just, sometimes things rattle around in my brain from subconscious. It's like from 20 years ago, and I'm like, wait, a connection point. Isn't that a? And then I can definitely be corrected. Okay, so we're gonna go. Now we're curious. All right. Well, while you're doing that, let us know.
Giant monsters confirmed. Giant monsters.
Giant monsters. Okay. See,
I had to know. No,
I'm glad. You don't want to run around using kaiju wrong. Like that.
Exactly.
You're gonna lose job interviews, friends, family. It's important. All right, roll to see. So go into your spiel about the lightning round. There.
So the lightning round now, since we have a lightning round. So normally this would be a rapid fire concession of different questions of which you would give us a rapid response answer. However, we have learned a long time ago that most likely is not going to happen. If you want to keep it short and sweet to one word, fantastic. We'll go on to the next question. If it sparks some crazy thing in your brain that you need to vomit all over us for our entertainment, please make yourself free.
Oh, okay, cool. I like it.
Did you just say please vomit all over us on live?
I did.
Okay, just checking.
Vomit your humor all over us.
Face, neck, and chest.
Miss Janan, we will be starting from the middle half to the end.
Okay. See, I got this one.
Okay.
Except for what number is that? I have numbers on these. So the middle half.
Well,
What
if we
did I
have 40, then it would be 21 to 41.
Oh, there we go. It'd actually be 22 because.
Oh, there you go.
So here we go. Name one of the 7 dwarfs.
Sleepy.
Would you want to live forever?
Yes, actually, side note on that, I know it's lightning round, but Highlander was one of my favorite shows growing up. Always wanted to be an immortal and get in sword fights and cut off people's heads. Just saying.
Okay.
Fair.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's a good insight into your character.
I mean, I'm just being honest. I
love it. You should
wanted to be a
love it.
Highlander. Wanted to be a
There can
Highlander.
be only one.
Exactly.
That's right.
What
Especially
is
once you
your...
wreck on the second movie.
Right. Ooh.
Yeah.
And the series. I watched the
The
series.
series was
as
the
a
best.
kid.
The series is
Yeah.
when I fell in love
That the guy who played like Highlander in that one, when I was a young girl, I thought he was super cute, like a good-looking dude. You know, the long hair and the All right, sorry. TMI about your host. Favorite beverage.
Favorite beverage? Water. Straight up. I drink. That's what I drink. Other than I'm having a tea right now. So I have a tea from time to time, like usually in the morning, maybe one in the evening, kind of thing. But generally, I just drink water. That's my go-to drink. I love a nice cold glass of water, straight up.
Still
Yep.
water, not sparkly or.
No, yeah, just straight tap water. Tap water with maybe a couple ice cubes in it at best in the summer. But my tap water comes out
Good
cool.
man.
So
Yes.
Ooh, that's lucky.
I trust the Toronto sewage system. What can I say?
What is your biggest pet peeve?
Oh, my biggest pet peeve
Mm-hmm.
right now, because I've been on lockdown for over a year, and we just went into a more serious lockdown. Even though we were on lockdown, our cases were still spreading out of control, and I haven't been out. I barely go outside at all, and I can't go out anywhere because nothing's open, and my business is failing. I digress. Anyways. Yeah, it'd be the people who are just that I would look out my window and see in the parking lot of the mall across the street, just ignoring COVID rules. And just
You're ruining
that's
it
my
for the
big pet
rest
peeve
of
right
us
now.
people.
Right there with
Yes.
you, 100%.
Oh,
Stop
Dude,
being dumb. This is a public service announcement.
yeah.
Right.
So I mean, if I'm gonna be honest, like it's just because I live across, like I said, right out my window, I can look at a mall, and it's just like we're supposed to be on lockdown. There's a stay-at-home order. I'm in Toronto, Canada. We're like Canada's like past the United States in infection rate at this point.
Yeah.
We are so effed up, and people just don't care.
Yeah. And
It's ridiculous.
Extreme fatigue up there over it right now. I'm like there is everywhere, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. Everybody's feeling it, but like.
I always have this like idealistic version of Canada where like everyone's polite and nice to each other, and they're like, "Oh, you want me to wear a mask? Okay, sorry," and like they put the mask on because they're like, "I'm polite, you're polite, we care about each other." What happened to that?
I will say, like, it's different. Like, I live in the city, and I live specifically in a COVID hotspot right now. But like, and the city's completely different for like where I grew up in the country. Like, you go an hour north. And it's different people, it's different vibes, it's different, like the whole atmosphere changes. You just get out an hour outside the city. It's very different. And like my dad lives out in the country. And so I went to go visit him in Christmas, and everybody there is doing exactly what they're supposed to do, following the rules. Like there's no questions about this. Just this is what we need to do. This is what we're doing. But in the city, it's like people are like, yeah, it's in the city here. It's just like, no, we're not. I don't care. I'm sick of it.
Yeah. We're like very kind of opposite. Like our rural communities are like, nah, but like the cities are like,
I'm in a city of 6 million. I'm in
you
Phoenix.
should do this.
All masked. And I really was floored that Phoenix did that. I thought they were going to be like, yeah, take the mask off, America, right? None of it. We are all wearing masks.
Change your pants.
But then I go home to my small rural town that I grew up in, Oregon. No. Like, are you serious, you guys?
Wow.
Yeah. Whatever.
Well, I guess what it comes down to, as far as I've come to realize in my travels and whatnot, is that no matter where you go, no matter who the people are. There's good, there's bad, It doesn't matter what religion they are. It doesn't matter where they are from, what the beliefs are, what country they're from. Any of that matters. People are people. You got good ones, you got bad ones, you got down the middle line ones. You got they're just the people, and you can't let one person from any place represent an entire group. So
True that.
People are people. It's 100%.
Bring in the truth.
I bring that facts. I bring the facts.
Real.
That's what it's about.
Oh, I thought it was like an annoying like.
No.
Like,
No. I was a little ahead of the time on the whole facts thing, and I was looking for a pun on the name, and so because originally I started a YouTube channel. Originally, I was doing conspiracy theories and like top 5. This is what they didn't teach you in school kind of stuff, and facts things, and so I was going to be the FACTS Fox. It was taken, so I was like, let's go with a pun, and then. Turned out you go to Urban Dictionary. If you go to Urban Dictionary, facts has now become FACTS. So the pun worked out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Hey, maybe you pioneered that. You spearheaded it. It was all because of you.
I'm going to tell myself that.
I'm going to tell it to you too. Then you have 2 people. That's all you need. Okay, wait. See, this is what we were talking about. We go to the questions and then we tangent because everybody's
tangents are fun.
You're awesome.
They're better.
I know. It's a great word too.
I'd skip that one. We already know the answer, kind of, right?
Oh, that's true. If you had a band, what would the name be? Oh,
that's a tough one. If I had a band, what would the band be? Now, my high school band was called Red Leather, Yellow Leather.
Were you in theater?
It's fun to say.
Well, no, but we liked the whole tongue twister thing, and it made it fun.
We said that a lot.
Red leather. I did like drama class. I think that's where I picked it up, but that's what we called ourselves. We were horrible. We had no right playing music, and that's why we eventually just broke up.
That's fair. We had no right.
We were just really giving music a bad name in general. So. Now we had one of those like little garage bands, guitar, singer, drums kind of thing. Didn't even have a bass guitar, so we didn't know anybody played bass. So it was a good time. It was just slamming on instruments, having fun. But now, if I were having a band, it'd be Foxcore. Yeah, hardcore metal band, Foxcore.
I like that.
Foxcore.
Or dubstep, one of the 2.
What is your
I was just thinking the band would be either dubstep or hardcore like metal. Those are your options. Those are the 2 that you would play through.
That's where I'm going with the Foxcore.
Oh,
name.
okay.
If I
was just interested in the dynamic.
It goes one of those, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe I mix the 2. Maybe I find a way to mix the 2 and revolutionize music.
Korn did do a dubstep album and merged the 2, and it actually was kind of successful.
But to be fair, Korn isn't the most hardcore.
That's true, and they become less so over the years. Yes.
Well, I mean, you do. I mean, you can only so many times or whatever.
That's disturbed.
You can only dream about sex all day.
That was disturbed. I was hoping no one would notice that. I'm like, that was wrong.
Oh my gosh, this is awesome. So what is your favorite carnival food?
Favorite carnival food? Corn dog. Corn dog 100%.
Yeah.
The classic corn dog, a little ketchup, maybe some mustard dip on the side. I think that's the classic. Now, there are some crazy carnival foods out there. There's a show on Food Network that just does carnival foods, and it's like unbelievable what you could do with some of these things. And even corn dogs, they've taken to the next level. But I think the traditional corn dog would be my go-to until I've got to the carnival and saw those other crazy things and was like, okay.
So question that must
You're like, corn dog or deep fried Oreo?
Yes. Do you have an air fryer?
No, I do not.
Okay, I'm just going to tell you right now, tried corn dogs in the air fryer, and it is freaking heaven. So if you don't have one, you like a good corn dog.
Like Foster Farms frozen, or like you dipped it and then put it...
Straight up, I just took them out the freezer, put them in the air fryer, and they came out exactly like the fair. Like crispy on the outside, soft, hot, and fluffy on the end.
Delish. That's absolute heaven.
With no oil, you know? It's fantastic. Yes.
So good.
I don't want a corn dog.
I don't have a lot of like appliances. Like I don't even have a microwave.
That's fair.
We just stove.
I have a microwave.
Kind of thing.
I don't have much, but because most of those things require space, and I have an itty bitty little kitchen.
That's what it comes down to.
So I would love to have. Everyone's like, "Where's your Instapot?" I'm like, I don't even have a place for my coffee maker hardly, and there are priorities like coffee maker. It's actually an espresso machine because I was utilizing my space. But
we went French press to serve because it just like French press is the way to go.
We have also a French press. Like I have a little French press for when I'm just making like regular coffee, and then the espresso machine because I wanted one. Oh, so good. And I pull espresso the way I want to. It's only like 50% of the time I go to a coffee shop and it doesn't taste like balls. Nobody knows how to pull a shot. Your dog is on the table.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there he goes.
Yeah. No.
He's part cat. He's part cat.
Do you guys have 7-Elevens?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
They're not as prominent. We have Max Milk is more prominent here.
Max Milk. Does Max Milk make taquitos?
Yes, they have taquitos. Yeah.
Would you eat a day-old taquito from either 7-Eleven or Max Milk?
Definitely. If you ever did watch Nerd League Gaming, there was this one night where and Sanctum Cosplay probably remembers that because she was playing at that time. It was when we were doing the Waterdeep adventures. But I had a Crunchwrap Supreme from Taco Bell that had been from about 8 hours previous that I was munching on throughout the show.
That's fair. I mean, really, most of it is preservatives, Taco Bell or like, convenience store stuff. So it's probably fine through the apocalypse. Like you could pull it out of a cupboard and fall out, you'd be fine.
And I mean, you got to feed your body those things sometimes to keep it on its toes. If you don't keep your body on its toes, it's not ready for what could come at it.
It's true. That's fair. Okay.
And to keep it young. I mean, preservatives preserve, right? So by that logic, you're gonna live forever. Every time I eat a taquito. Go ahead, Steven, you're looking at it.
Right. So, dark chocolate or milk chocolate?
Depends on the situation and what it's being used for. Like if I'm dipping strawberries, we're talking dark chocolate. It's you've already got the sweet from the strawberries. You don't need that extra milk chocolate sweet. If we're talking a chocolate bar, milk chocolate, an Aero bar, or something like that, all day, every day. So I don't mind a nice piece of dark chocolate, but like it depends on the use. Like cooking usually is going to be dark chocolate, whereas chocolate bars and candy snacks are going to be milk chocolate.
You just don't want to get hit in the mouth with all that cacao right away.
Yeah.
You also mentioned that makes me think because clearly I was like, oh, I think this boy likes cooking, and then I remembered that you actually put that as something on your questionnaire as well. So are you like a home cook because you like food? Or are you like a chef? Are you making souffles? Like where's your happy place? Barbecue?
I like cooking in general. Like I mentioned the Food Network earlier there, but just in general, I like cooking. Though sometimes it'd be frustrating when things don't work out. I get a little bit frustrated. More so, not so frustrated and kind of down on myself because it didn't work out. And you have all these expectations when you go into the kitchen. You want to cook something. You want it to come out perfect. You want to hit everything, and then it falls flat, and or something burns, or you get too caught up in this and you miss that, and it boils over and ruins something, and then it feels let down. Especially if you're cooking for somebody else. Yeah. Then you feel like you let them down, and that so like there's a lot of emotion that goes into cooking that I think anybody that takes
and then they're sitting there enjoying it. And you're like, you don't even know because it's not perfect, and they're like, it's the best thing I've ever had. But it's not perfect.
So many times I'm sitting there just miserable in eating my food because I feel like I just completely fucked up, and my wife is just like, it's delicious. I don't know what you're talking about. I love it, and I'm just like, no, I screwed this up. This didn't go right. This took too long. Like I beat up on I'm a little bit of a perfectionist when it comes to that kind of stuff. Because it's food, and so like you've got to eat it. So it's got to taste good. There's a lot that goes into it. So yeah, I wouldn't call myself a chef, but I'm a home cook kind of thing. Yeah, like I casual.
I watch a lot of Great British Bake Off, and Mary on there always is saying that it needs to be worth the calories. So it got to be good to be worth the calories. Gotta cook.
Exactly.
Okay, I think we're almost at time. Let's do a couple more questions and then we'll wrap it up with. I might be procrastinating because I'm enjoying myself. So we'll go a little bit over time.
Yes.
I think it's your turn, Steven. I asked about the schwacklet.
Oh, the chocolate. Oh, that was you. Okay. Say something cool right now.
Yeah.
Come on.
Aliens are blue.
Yes. How would you
On
rate
the
your
spot.
I know that's the one where it's really like on the spot. We just want to see people panic for just a second because it's really an easy question. You could just say anything. How would you rate your karaoke skills on a rate of 1 to Gaga or Jonathan Davis? I guess if we're talking about.
I would probably rate it along the lines of clearing out an entire karaoke club with screaming people.
Oh,
It's horrible. It'd be horrible. I don't have a
if
screaming
someone
voice.
yelled fire in a theater. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. It'd be like lighting a fire. Pretty much, yeah. No,
Oh my gosh.
it'd be horrible. It'd be horrible. I think I did a Twitch Sings stream one time, and there might be a clip out there. If there is, I hope I should probably find it and delete it. But it's god awful. It is just.
Someone find it and clip it for me now.
Oh.
All right, so this is a weird.
It's absolutely horrible.
Hey, at least you're drunk enough. Most people who even think that they're really good, they're like singing their heart out, singing Hotel California, and it sounds like cats getting murdered. So, but they're like
Panic at the Disco, but yeah.
Okay, all right. Oh my gosh. I get all the fun ones today, I guess. Using your best Elmo voice, tell us how you like, let's say tea if you're not a coffee fan.
Elmo. I'm trying to think of the voice now. I'm trying to listen to the voice in my head and it's not there. Hold on. Elmo.
We accept there's like no wrong answer. So if you just want to bullshit a random Elmo, it can sound like Grover.
We live for it.
I mean, or
Grover.
Bernie Sanders. I mean, that doesn't really matter. Everybody, it comes with this tea. It's super good. Everybody, my tea is so good.
Oh.
That was great. It was like South Park's version of Elmo, and I enjoyed it.
How Canadian of you.
Oh my gosh.
He doesn't look anything like the South Park depiction of Canadians, though.
Yeah.
No. We actually we're connected here.
Why are you attached?
Yeah, you're not jealous. They don't just you're not just flapping.
Oh my god. Absolutely love that show.
Uh-huh.
It's good. It's terrible and amazing. And I watched it too young, and I'm sure my formative years were perverted by it, and I'm okay with that.
Oh yeah. Now kids have the internet, so.
I know. They're all adjective. So who is your favorite Harry Potter character? If you have one.
Let's go with Snape, just because of the actor. I'm trying to remember his name. It's escaping me right now, but he's in so many things.
Oh my God.
Professor Snape. What is his name? It's escaping me right now. I know this guy's name.
Alan Rickman.
Alan Rickman.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm like, oh God,
Thank
the pressure. I'm not supposed to be under pressure on my show.
He's an amazing actor, and I love his acting in pretty much anything I've seen him in. He's just been an amazing actor, and I've heard amazing stories about who he was as a person. So I would have to say Snape, just because of the character actor who played him. And I just never was. I wasn't really into Harry Potter as much.
That's fair.
I was more of a Lord of the Rings type of guy, and I never really got into the Harry Potter stuff. It was a little bit, because I'm 38, so like Harry Potter, like I kind of just missed the whole Harry Potter craze. And like there was the movies and everything like that, and I saw the movies and they were great movies, but like I wasn't like, oh gaga, like I wasn't like huge into Harry Potter.
I feel you. I definitely Lord of the Rings is my happy place.
Yeah. Love them both, but
because it makes me cry in all the good ways all the time.
Yes.
Like if I want to cry for any particular reason, gotta clear out those tear ducts. I'll just listen to Sam say something, and then Sam, you mindless bastard, like the whole, or it's all good stuff. Okay, well, we're gonna ask one last question, and that question is:
the final question is Super Mario Brothers or The Legend of Zelda?
Ooh.
I know these are the hard ones.
These are the questions. These are the questions.
Yeah.
Because like Super Mario Brothers was my first game on Nintendo. Obviously, like I had an Atari, and I loved my Atari, and then we got the Nintendo, and we got Super Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt. So like that's one of my like earliest memories of video games. Oh yeah, yeah. So like there's that, but then later on, when I found Final Fantasy and The Legend of Zelda, The Legend of Zelda 2, which unpopular, but I prefer Legend of Zelda 2.
I love Majora's Mask.
Oh, I'm talking about the original.
You're talking way back.
No, it's like the
original Legend of Zelda 2.
Yeah.
But Majora's Mask, yes, I love that as well. Yeah, but
you can tell he likes it because
and
he's
then
talking about it. Most people don't talk about that game. So, Link's Awakening. Didn't they just? That was the one they just remade.
Yes, and it's amazing. Like really, really beautifully amazing.
No.
That's not that one?
Our producer is correcting our non-nerdity, and Fox is just being gracious and going,
"Where's my Switch case?"
It was. Anyway, all right. So this is it. So did you have fun?
Of course, yeah. It was a blast. Absolutely. Had a blast talking with you guys for sure.
So what you're going to, if you want to tell everyone out there where they can find your fabulous face on the regular, like shout it out, let them know.
Right now, I've been really busy with work, so I've been focused on my work. I run my own business in digital marketing, so and that's been with pandemic and local businesses being shut down left, right, and center. It's been pretty rough running, so I've been really focused on that recently. So right now, I'm not really generating anything, but you can find me on YouTube, TheFaxFox, and I'm launching a new channel on a new platform called Trovo. Or a newer platform. They've been around for a while. Trovo.live/FaxFox. No dot on that. So that's that I'm looking into. I'm getting that all set up to launch as soon as possible. But I got to get things stable with the business so that bills get paid, because bills got to get paid first before. Yeah, exactly. So because if I'm going to do something, I got to put all the effort into it. Like I got to make sure I have the time to do it right, so to speak. So
understandable. Well, we've had an absolute hoot, even though wait for it.
Oh! Now I become the co-host.
Oh, on you! I was listening. I swear.
You were the host or the guest for a very brief moment. It was exciting.
Oh! All right. Well, thank you again. Did we cut you? Did you get to finish?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that sounds like a lot of cool places to find you, and thank you so much for being on the show. Thank you for having me. Yes, and if you think of anyone that you would like in the hot seat, you just reach out, and I will make them come. So that's a thing.
Have you had bees here yet?
We have had bees twice.
I missed bees. How did I miss bees twice?
Well, there was one bees, and then we had a second bees with two beeses because we had lady bees and bees.
We practically had a hive.
I think I know bees is calling me a shitty friend, and he's right. I am a horrible friend. He's not wrong.
No, but you can watch the VODs on our channel or go to the website if you want to see more bees. Everyone always wants to see more bees.
It's true.
It's true. Beloved figure in the community. Of course, everybody wants to see bees.
Not wrong. All right. Okay. So we are going to go ahead and go on to our break where a lot even stir. You guys get this, the GM actually doing the recap for the game. Yeah. So stay tuned, watch that. And then when we come back, we'll have Anna, Sanctum Cosplays hanging out. And thanks again, Fox, for hanging out, and have a good rest of your day.
Thanks for having you. Bye.
Bye.
Well, hello there, people. I'm here to educate and titillate on the subject of our recent games. Unfortunately, Mac Jackal won't be here today, but next time. So starting with Dreams of Silver and Stone, we find that the party has gone batshit insane. Kiara's dancing the night away with the love of her life, Aurora, in an opulent mansion where people keep mutating into strange, horrific nightmares, and Aurora's all like, "What's wrong, darling?" And it's like, "You're kidding, right?" She ends up running away and realizing it was all a hallucination. She's pretty badass about it, too. Dodges a lot of attacks, fights a bunch of bugs that have shown up. That kind of thing. Clay finds himself outside of his family home, where they were calling for help. But that's nonsense and he knows it. His family's gone. However, he sees Kiara in trouble and getting taken by Empire Soldier. And he decides to Rambo his way aboard their vehicle, blowing out a tire, which, spoilers, actually ends up being Patchy's leg. Does this mean that Patchy was the vehicle? Is Clay all insane, like standing on Patchy's head like Felicia or something? I guess don't even overthink it. Patchy's trying to find his elusive equation to the formula he's been attempting to resolve forever, but keeps being blocked by his own subconscious. I wonder about that. Crazy events one at a time keep happening. He breaks free of the mental influence, which he realizes is the Koslov. He's made his way, with this excursion to find in the beginning. It's a being, of course, that's capable of mind magic, so it seems to be getting tricky. Now, getting attacked by bugs isn't his bag, however, so he sinks back into mind control on purpose. And his subconscious remembers that Felicia exists and is in danger. So, chasing after his kitty, he awakens at just the right time to see Felicia just about to be made into a little kitty snack right there in front of the giant spider Koslov. So over to Nova, she hears her mother's voice, in danger, in need of aid, trapped in a burning thing inside of a cave for some reason. But Nova's imaginary friends smell a rat, or a fake reality at least, and help Nova break free very quickly, where she finds they are all inside of the Koslov's lair, surrounded by bugs that now see her as an intruder. She also hears Clay shoot Patchy in the leg and runs to aid the two of them. At the time that she gets there, of course, a little bit of crazy back and forth is happening. Bugs are biting. She's shooting things, or trying to. And Patchy wigs out. His eyes go all poof, and then he just zips right through a crack in the wall that nobody else can follow him through in an attempt to find his cat. So Nova fights some bugs and follows Clay. After Clay is broken free of the mind control, assisted by both Nova and the chemical compounds that Patchy had placed in his face, like just splattering on him in the previous round. Both of them are trying to find everybody else. They're fighting giant ants and bogles before Clay is able to squeeze his way through a crack that should be too narrow for him, but he's an expert at getting into rough places, apparently. And as he comes out the other side, he ends up inside of bug refuse, a bunch of poo just piled up high, all the way up to his knees, just about, which is gross and elicits a bit of gagging, I'm sure. Nova fights some bugs and following through, and in the climb finds an Empire Soldier supply bag in the Yucky. Now, Nohu, he's on a grand adventure. He's traveling across tight ropes, swinging above lava pits that happen to have hammerhead sharks in them for some reason, ends up inside of a well. The bottom of this well, there's a mud monster he has to fight, and then he breaks through a crack in the wall and ends up inside of a river that is just flowing and flowing fast, heading towards a waterfall. Of course, the planks of wood that he's on are not actually river wood. It's a hallucination, of course. He's riding on ants that are carrying him towards the Koslov. He gets a little bit clever and thinks things are moving a little bit too slow, so he decides to go on a rocket roller coaster ride, and the ants there end up as paste against one another. But there are plenty of ants to go around, and another one comes and picks him up, carrying him towards his prize. He sees the manifestation of the Koslov, as well as a box that says "Do not press" with a button on top. That kind of thing. You just gotta figure out what it's all about. So he swings Spider-Man style across the room and gets there just in time to help Patchy not be eaten and help Patchy save Felicia. But it all ends up for not just a little bit, as Patchy and Felicia are dragged below the earth in the last moments of the episode. So yeah, we'll have to see what happens with that. At the moment, we've got Clay, we've got Nova trying to find everyone, we've got Kiara completely surrounded by insects that are all trying to eat her, although she does see the moment that Patchy gets drawn down below, having run around the corner. And Kaizen seems to have disappeared at the beginning of the episode, falling through a crack in time. I'll be curious to see where that goes. So, from there, we move on over to Sparrows. Sparrows. After putting out a whole bunch of metaphorical fires, Clarion is exhausted, and struggling with internal power while trying to keep dealing with the mess that is the crew aboard the Archimedes. Everyone's getting injured. All the time. A lot. And all Clarion Bell wants to do is plug herself in and take a brief breather. but that doesn't seem to be working out. However, she does discover that there is a backup battery that she was not aware of in her systems. It seems to have been installed there by her creator for some purpose. Now, Sylvia the Sill artifact is getting a little more pushy and seems unwilling to commit to a leadership power structure, as Red Iron is trying to make sure everyone aboard the ship, and by everyone I mean basically the alien intelligence, will work well together. A few not-so-subtle hints that maybe Red Iron doesn't trust or want Sylvia aboard the ship any longer. And, well, nobody really has the time to listen to Red Iron, I guess, it seems. There's a bit of a contentious period between Red Iron and Amos as the two of them are arguing the same thing, but in a way that makes it feel like they're fighting one another, and nothing gets resolved there. So that sounds like a regular relationship to me between those two Lesren. B is working alongside Zep in an effort to get some supplies and direction for the ship to go, being convinced to give the equivalent of magical jet fuel to Zep so that the being can find anything nearby that could be a goal for the crew, settling on 3 options. The Empire Outpost, of which a tug searching for a ship is nearby, more on that in a minute, an ancient location with some mysterious biological matter and power source, as well as a scientific research vessel nearby that they can go pirating. Vikinger. Leife is put on radio monitoring duty and navigating the asteroids nearby so that nothing bad happens. Of course, V does leave him to do that by himself, which is okay because Leife is a badass, so it's fine. He's able to intercept an errant military signal, having to choose between that and the potential, robotic, mechanical noises. No big deal. The soldiers have seen a magical anomaly in the region. Obviously, when they teleported in, it must have been some sort of big thing. They either were picked up on some sort of sensors or literally seen as a giant flash, and now those soldiers are looking for them. As this thing comes barreling through the asteroids, Leife has to do a pretty daring maneuver, spinning the whole ship around and avoiding getting crushed by this massive, breaker in front of this tug, and bounces everybody inside the ship around like pinballs. Yeah, but he's able to hide the ship and have a little bit of a powwow with the captain and the rest of the crew later to determine what direction they're going to go in. Now, Amos contends with the ship quite out of control, and being a security officer, everything is probably red flags for him, but he goes off to investigate the supply amounts of the ship, food and fuel and things like that, as the captain has ordered, coming to find that they're a bit short on food, as a matter of fact. They're about 11 weeks from the nearest outpost, but even stretching their food sources, they might only make 10. People are probably going to be starving unless they find another source before they get there. I mean, it's doable. You can go without food for a week, but that doesn't mean you're going to be in tip-top shape. So Amos has to deal with this whole jumbling, spinning ship thing, and leaps through the air, catching B, saving her from a head injury in a very powerful leap. Then takes B over to the engine room to pick up some aetherite, and is just like, oh well, there you go. Go ahead and have the jet fuel, young one. That's great. I don't care what you use it for. It'll be for positive things, I'm sure. So after all of this, after some strangeness with Carrot being stuck in barrels, after various crew members either having other injuries or working their way back towards Clarion because they need help, some people being completely coated in lard, normal day-to-day things. The captain has a conversation with everyone, even while being uncharacteristically exhausted and mentally drained. I wonder what that's about. And lays out the law that unless a better option presents itself, that the Sparrows should follow the Empire tug in secret, so they can raid the Empire outpost for supplies if it's weak enough. So, Red Iron checks on the ship to see if the damage has been repaired appropriately, and has to friend zone Sylvia again, and educate the being on human ergonomics. Well, on ergonomics in general for all of the fleshy beings on board the ship, explaining that violent decompression isn't comfortable, and Sylvia agrees to try to keep that out of the equation in the future, but also requests more access to repair materials because Red Iron has told Sylvia that the scrap box nearby is off limits. So Red Iron then gets a message from Sylvia, and everybody else kind of gets a message at some point that Sylvia is going to be going silent because of some sort of mysterious incoming transmission. And after a discussion that happens with the captain, the previous talk with everyone, Red goes back to the engine room, drawing boundaries that show Sylvia what space they can work in, and Sylvia returns, indicating that Alberiat Separatus, or as it is known to the beings in the Aethersphere as the Machine God, is here. Oh yeah, and Greg Ed Neddard, the mind-controlled miner, tries to signal the Empire tug, but is expertly stopped by Leifei and just whistle walks his way back below deck. Crazy week, huh? Back to you. Roll Charisma Crew.
Welcome back, everybody. Ooh, that was like super high pitch. Sorry about that, eardrums. If your ears are bleeding, I claim no responsibility. So we are back, and we are super, super excited to have one of our favorite people ever, Anna, SanctumCosplays on the show. Welcome, Anna. Yeah.
Hi.
We need to get like applause or something to add.
Like canned applause.
Yeah,
Okay.
like the canned or like Muppet applause. If we could just get like Kermit going, yeah, like that would be cool too.
But I'm sure there's copyrights on that. I'm sure Disney would sue your ass so fast.
That's right. Everything is owned by Disney though, like literally everything now.
I'm pretty sure
Nothing
Discord at this point is owned by
Yeah.
Disney.
Discord by Disney. God damn it. But yeah,
Discord Plus, thank you.
Discord Plus.
Discordia.
Discord. Okay. Well, are you're comfortable kind of just jumping in, Anna? Do you have any questions about the format or do
Yeah.
you need us to explain? I don't think so. You're gonna just roll right
No,
along.
I do just want to say that I am a little offended that Steven is not wearing a suit jacket. I feel like there's a decreased level of formality that's happening with me, and I'm a
I'm
little
wearing
uncomfortable and
a
upset.
cardigan, so I'm
just
still
spent
dressed.
10 days in Oregon where it was colder, and then I got back to Phoenix, and I'm not quite acclimated yet, and I am dying. So,
Steven,
It's called a fan. Come on, Steven.
She is our guest, and I demand that you go right now and put your sweaty ass in a jacket. Okay. That's right. Suffer
Yeah,
for your
exactly.
I
Did we just bully Steven?
I think we might have just bullied Steven. Kids, don't bully your friends. But
No, it's
there we
me.
go.
Yay! Thank
oh
you. I
my
feel so
gosh, I
much
need my
better.
haircut. Pin it back with a headset so anybody notices.
It'll work.
Okay, hi.
I like
how
that
are
it's
you?
hitting like an ombre,
appreciate
like
it,
it's so blonde, and then it's like the
I know, it's like
your hair grows
It's
in
crazy.
such a way that people like spend lots of money to get it that color. It's not.
I know.
yeah.
It's like I'm sure at one point in my angsty teen life spent like $500 to get my hair to look like that, and I'm a little upset.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
as you should be. That's okay. Now he's sweating in a jacket.
My roots to be dark. Yeah, jeez.
My roots are
Okay,
funny.
let's go.
You can have
Hey,
my
you want
roots.
Your die or ours?
Yeah. Anna, do you want to roll a die?
I mean,
Or you want us to roll?
I mean, I'll get
I don't have a die with me, so
Okay.
you can...
two.
Two. I'm gonna read. Anna, the zombie apocalypse is coming. There are people. Who are 3 people, real or fictional, you would want on your team? And you don't
God.
have to say loved ones if you don't want to.
Well, the first one that came to mind is bees, so I could trip him. That was the first
Oh
one
yeah,
that
like the,
came
I
to
don't
mind.
have to.
Yeah,
You don't have to run faster than
I
the
don't know.
zombies, just faster than bees. Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, or I could just blatantly trip him, which would be
Sure.
the go-to way that I would happen. As for, I don't really know. Let's see who. I don't know enough fictional characters to be good at this game.
That's fair.
Why?
I'd
I'm
say
only thinking of
not
video game
me.
characters. No,
That's okay.
definitely. I mean, probably at this point, Kiara, with how much she can just do damage and not get hit,
And kick
would
ass, yeah.
probably take Kiara. Yeah.
In a zombie thing,
and then,
just not getting hit is important because
Yeah, because
that's
you
how
don't
you
want
get God.
infection bite.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then probably Bruce Lee, because I also feel as though Bruce Lee would be super useful in this scenario.
Yeah, I mean, I think he'd be useful in most scenarios. He's also like or was a person that is entertaining and cool too. So he could not only kick
Exactly.
ass but keep you company in a significant way.
Exactly.
One more.
So those are my 3.
What was?
If
I thought
You said bees.
3.
And Bruce Lee.
Yeah, Kiara
and
Bruce
Kiara.
Lee.
Okay,
Just
that
Kiara
counts.
is
That counts.
fake.
No, they're all real or fiction.
badass too.
All right, another
if
one.
you could be-
Get it.
If you could be any animal in the world, what would you choose and why?
Capybara.
Oh, okay, yes.
They're
Why?
adorable.
Mm-hmm.
They're adorable. They're large hamsters. Like, I just
Mhm.
want to be. I just want to be a large hamster. Is there more of an explanation that needs to
You know,
happen?
Nope.
Cool.
Have you met a capybara?
Yeah.
So I've seen them at zoos, but I've always wanted to like feed one because they look really fluffy and
They're actually, they kind of feel like a kiwi.
They do. It's weird.
Not the bird, the fruit.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like a coarse hair
yeah.
thing.
Uh-huh.
Velvety, a little wiry.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe like a wire hair
still wanna-
terrier kind of.
squish, just the squishy
Mixed with a
face.
coconut. Yeah.
Yeah,
like a
that's pretty
coconut
close,
husk.
actually. I think we can
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would suggest you could do. I want you to videotape yourself and be like, oh my god, Shannon and Steven were right about literally every bit of nonsense they just said.
Dead accurate.
Yeah. Okay. Fair.
Yeah.
Well, now I can know that I
Alright,
can just pet a kiwi if I ever want to pet a capybara because they're the same.
Are you gonna have like a comfort kiwi? Like you're like, I have to bring this kiwi. It's my emotional support kiwi, and then you just have the
I'll
kiwi.
make it a
just
little
pet the
vest.
kiwi.
Yeah, I'll make a little
What?
nest. There you
Yes.
go.
What will its name be?
Ferdinand. Ferdinand the
Ferdinand?
support kiwi.
I would read that book.
Right?
I'm just
That
saying.
sounds like
I
a
would
children's book.
purchase one on Amazon.
Okay.
Yeah, little googly
yeah,
eyes with the red vest. $25 each will make it
Done.
happen.
Done.
And you
Oprah is gonna get a hold of that and give us the Oprah, like the whole. We're
Also,
set now.
people are gonna have to continuously buy them because kiwis go bad. So like I'm gonna have return business.
It's true.
That's true. Unlike that stupid pet rock
Exactly.
that like just lasts
Yeah.
forever.
Exactly.
You get a kiwi. You get planned obsolescence, and that's American.
Exactly. Murica.
That's patriotic right there.
Damn straight.
All right. Damn straight. All right, we got an 18. Oh, this is the same one that Fox got, but it's our favorite question. So you're a mad scientist. Money and ethics are not
Okay.
an issue for you. What are you gonna
Oh.
create?
More time? Guess more time. I would like more of that because I don't have enough of it in any way, shape, or form. I just want more. The ability to create more time. Like I don't want it to be infinite because I feel like that would get real fucky. But like I want the ability to just be like, I need 4 more hours, boop, and then we'd be good. But like I don't want it to be like an infinite time thing because I don't want to get stuck in like a continuum.
True.
Right.
I like the live forever paradox thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want.
Okay.
Make more time.
Make more time.
I would buy that product.
Oh my gosh, I just rolled that same question 3 times in a row. Hold on.
Jesus.
It's meant to be. Okay. Okay. Finally, we got a new one. You can hack into any person's computer in the world, but only once. Whose system are you breaching?
Ooh. I want to hack the Donald Trumps, and I just want to make him feel like he's crazy. Like I just want to like start sending little like I want the Office thing where Jim tricks Dwight into thinking the computer is sentient.
Yeah.
That I want to do that.
So you want to basically like opposite QAnon them.
Yes, correct.
Instead of validating all their crazy, you want to like.
Please. Yes, but
Yeah.
then again, I don't know how much you can deal with crazy. So like he might just think it's normal, and then my fun would be gone.
Well, I don't know. Fight crazy with crazy.
True.
You know, I don't know.
True.
I mean, I endorse the try. I'm a give it a try
wanna
and
try
see what
the
happens type of
chaos.
gal. Yeah.
Yeah,
Roll for chaos.
exactly.
All
Plug.
right. Let's do one more icebreaker, and then we'll do other things. Unless we don't, and then we won't.
And then
our- Number 4, say you're independently wealthy. You do not have to work. What would you do with your time?
I would spend a lot more time with the bear, who is sleeping on the bed right next to me. The bear. And then a lot of role-playing games and video games and learning to cook more, because I can cook, but like, and that's like my happy time, but I don't have enough time to like spend to make it my happy time, where I'm like, I gotta throw a pizza in the oven because I'm starving and I haven't been but I'd rather just, like take time to cook.
Mhm.
And that's not a thing that I can do right now, because I'm like, yeah, I want a steak, but that takes 45 minutes. Do I have that time? Maybe. Do I want to spend that? No.
No.
Exactly. That's what I do.
It depends on how you take your steak. You could just and then put it on a plate. We're
I
from
could.
Hicksville. That's how they eat it. Bloody and mooing. I mean, that's not how I eat mine because it tastes
No.
like boogers. But yeah.
It tastes
Bugger.
like it's still bloody and mooing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like the gelatinousy raw
Yeah.
flesh thing's not my cup of tea.
I mean, I like my steak bloody, but not like blue.
Yeah. Bloody, but not actually gushing blood.
Yeah.
Right. Like pink, a little pink.
So,
It's still
side
cooked.
fact, I've heard that the pink fluid in the steak is not actually technically blood.
No, it's more akin to like plasma, which
Yeah.
grosses me out more.
Yeah.
Yeah, that actually makes me less comforted in this situation.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Sorry for that.
So we've ruined
Wow,
steak for everybody.
rude.
Probably not. If
God
if you don't
damn it,
already know
Steven.
these things. All right, did you roll? I just asked. You roll. Roll one more icebreaker, and then we'll
I
let
think I'm
you
gonna roll
round.
one more icebreaker. Was that a 1 or a 7? That's a
You know what? What a marvelous original idea you had just there.
Thank you so much. If you could have any real life animal for a pet, what would it be?
Didn't we
Ooh.
already? Wasn't that capybara?
No, that's
Or
if
that
I
was
could be
to
an
be.
animal.
That was what
Yeah.
you wanted.
Ah, okay.
If I could
We have a lot
have
of animal
one,
in the question.
Yeah.
yeah. I think sugar gliders are super freaking cute, and you can already kind of have them as
They
pets. So I would want a little baby sugar glider, and I'd want him to sit right here, and I would name him Taco.
Taco.
Taco the sugar glider. I like
Down.
it.
Yeah.
And then when
Well,
Ty
his
goes,
full name-
speaking of tacos,
Yeah, exactly.
it would
I
make
wouldn't be weird
sense.
for him. Well, his full name would be Choco Taco because, of course, he's a sugar glider, so it has to be sweet. But you would go by Taco.
And a dessert.
Of course. Naturally.
I love Choco Tacos anyway. That's a great
Right.
name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Shall we?
We
move
have
on?
gotten to the lightning round. I'll start and then we're gonna go down. We're gonna rapid fire the questions and then you can it's the first thing that pops in your head and then like we tell everybody if we start tangenting,
So be it.
so be it.
Yeah.
Yup.
It's gonna happen.
Do you cover your eyes during scary part of a movie?
Yes.
Invisibility or super strength?
Oh, super strength.
Favorite Disney princess? Can be Disney
Kita.
adjacent.
Technically not a Disney princess, and I'm still mad about it, and I will fight people about it.
Well, then we'll just move on.
I
Dawn or
will-
dusk?
Let's make a change.org post.
There you go.
There you go. Dusk.
What children's movie could you watch over and over again?
Ooh, Princess and the Frog.
Yes.
I love that one.
It's a bop.
Oh
I like
the
Firefly makes me cry every
Yeah.
But,
goddamn
well,
time.
yes. Yeah.
Like ugly cry, like my sinuses hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Oof. So Shannon's not watching with us. Steven and I will watch. You can not.
No, it's fine. If I stopped watching anything that made me cry, I would literally not watch anything. So like I'm easy.
accurate.
It's fine. You just have to deal with the snot. It's fine. If you love me, it's fine. Oh, that's yours. Go ahead, Steven.
Favorite junk food?
Ooh, chips and French onion dip.
Yum.
What kind of chips?
The Ruffles, the original Ruffles, because they get that good scoop, the good
Right.
scoop.
I get
Mhm.
the coverage.
Because if you do a normal chip, it's gonna be like flaky and break, and then it's gonna be sad. You got to get a little bit of girth, but those ridges create structural integrity for the dip.
That's right. I
Right.
hate
And
when
you don't
my
want them
chips
too
break,
like if they're
man.
too thick, they get. Oh
Mhm.
no! Yeah, then you're digging out. It's
No bueno.
gross.
And then everyone's like, "Why are you
Ah.
digging your hands in the dip at the party?" And you're like, "Shut up, my chip broke."
Yeah. What do you want me to
Right?
do? You just want me to leave
Think
it in
double
there?
dipping is bad. Look at like
Yeah,
double
just-
digits.
Ugh, gross.
Favorite childhood TV show?
Oh, Invader Zim.
Striking chords. I just started rewatching the whole damn thing because I figured out it's on, I think, Paramount Plus.
I love that show.
Yeah.
Really? There's another streaming service I have to get? Jesus.
Oh, there's so many. Yeah.
Another.
But never mind. I'm not going to tell you that I just have a whole bunch. I have all of them because we all swap logins because you're not supposed to do that. Netflix? That's
no one would
not
ever
true.
do that. It is legally fine. I am Karen@gmail.com. That is my email.
Take that, Karen.
Yeah.
She deserves
Karen.
a bad karma. Of course, there's some lovely Karens out there, but
What is your... Oh, wait. Is it you? Me.
Go ahead.
Okay.
No, it's
Favorite season?
Fall or autumn, depending on the way you want to talk about to say it.
What was your last Halloween costume?
Oh God. It wasn't this year because we didn't do anything because gross. So it was. What was I? What have I been? Probably. I think Little Red Riding Hood was the last one I did.
I could totally picture you as that. Like, I see you totally in Into the Woods as Little Red Riding Hood.
That would be my dream role in Into the Woods. So that is my cloak. The cloak is from my Little Red. So.
Oh, that's awesome. Cake or pie?
Cake.
Favorite breakfast cereal?
Oh.
No, you want to move. You ask. You inquire.
Which question do I answer?
Pick it.
It's Steve.
I'm a red velvet cake fan. Red velvet cake with some like yuck cream cheese frosting.
Mm-hmm.
That's my go-to.
Usually the only frosting. Oh, it's good.
Wow.
I love choo. I know. Favorite breakfast cereal?
I'm really lame. I like Honey Nut Cheerios.
Hey, those are delicious.
Cheerios are dang.
Yeah.
They seem crunchier than regular Cheerios. They're fabulous.
And I don't know why, as a kid, I used to add sugar to them, and now it's like gross. It's good enough as it is.
Stupid honey.
That's why they're honey nut.
I know. It's like it's not normal Cheerios, Steven. Do you prefer to play tank, DPS, or the heals?
I prefer to play DPS, but I usually end up as healer.
Yeah, fair.
Right? Story of my life.
We can get into the weird gender norms behind that later.
Yeah,
I know, right? Separate show, just like Scar and Anna and I rant about.
Give me a rant show, yeah.
Yeah, I'm down. Let's do it. Let's roll for chaos. We can do whatever we want. Do you believe in fate?
No.
What song on the radio do you sing every time it comes on?
Oh, okay. It was an older song, but do you remember that really obnoxious song, Honey, I'm Good?
I don't know.
The pseudo country.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That, it gets stuck in my head. I hate it, but I'm going to sing every time.
There it is.
That is fair. There are some songs I hear and they get stuck in my head and I know them by heart and I don't like them, but
Right.
they're there. And
You're like, why are you here?
You're occupying space where I could be doing algebra.
Like, how many gigabytes of data are wasted on nonsense I don't even like that's just programmed in there? You know?
I could know math. I could, but I don't.
No. Because you're singing quasi-country songs in your head.
Yeah.
Have you ever worn socks with sandals?
No, that's a sin.
Well, if Voldemort...
Actually, wait. Hold on. I have, but it was for a character in mock trial, and I had no choice.
I should add that. Have you ever not under duress?
Yeah, of course. Because I was playing a hippie, so I was allowed to walk into a full-ass courtroom in chuckos and, like, white tube socks. It was gross, and it made me feel bad on the inside.
Okay.
That's what you want to do to teenagers. Make them feel gross and bad on the inside.
Yeah,
They need help with that.
great.
I'll help you, girl.
Yeah. Get strong.
If Voldemort offered you a hug, would you accept it?
Of course I would. Well, I mean, okay, wait. Well, he doesn't have a nose, so, like, COVID is probably fine. He doesn't have the nose is breathing out of the.
It might just be like an aerosol can.
I don't, I was thinking like, because he does have nostrils. Like,
yeah, but like, I feel like they are so severely like deviated septum-y that they probably aren't doing much for the airflow.
That's true, but Steven might be right. They may like just go straight out to the side. So like if he's wearing a mask, and it just goes, yeah, it does nothing.
How gross Voldemort would probably be in real life if you really got up close and personal and like,
so gross.
Examine him.
Smell funny, like dogs, like parfaits that have wrinkles and stuff. Like they have that.
Like, smell gross.
Yeah, they kind of like corn chips or something. That weird smell. Yeah, that's
I also feel like he'd be like all of his skin would be like that, like wet, clammy handshake. Yeah. I feel like that would also be him.
Like pallid, yeah.
Never mind, I would not accept.
Oh, see, but it would be for him. Like you'd be doing a noble thing, hugging Voldemort.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, fine.
Where did Voldemort go? Aha! Oh well, here's going back to the chip in the dip. Is double dipping at a party ever acceptable?
No, that's really gross.
Is fishing your chip out of the dip that broke acceptable?
Also really gross. If I saw either people do that, I think I would like take the dip and be like, "This is yours now. We'll go get more." This is
disposal.
It's like licking a cupcake.
Get a Sharpie, write your fucking name on it. Like, yours now.
Yeah, nasty.
See, if I ever want exclusive rights to any dips while at Anna's house, I will be sticking.
Yeah,
oh no, my chip!
How could I be so dumb?
Oh no!
What have I done?
Oh no! Oh no! How long would you survive in a zombie apocalypse?
Less than a day.
Okay, fair enough.
Instant.
3 hours top.
I give myself 46 minutes and 27 seconds max.
Yeah, I always think about it like I entertain the idea, and I read this on the internet and it totally ruined my brain, but like I always entertain the idea that I would be very good surviving in a zombie apocalypse. Like I'm from rural places, like I even know how to homestead. I was a weird conspiracy theorist for a hot minute and prepping and shit like that. We don't make me go into that. But that assumes that you survive the initial like mass extinction of humanity, right?
Yeah.
Like it assumes that you are not one in the 7-point-something billion that actually die, right? Like
exactly. Like I would be a zombie straight off and coming for your asses if you're alive. Like that's really where this is going.
God damn it. Yeah. Like I would like to think that I would survive, but you have to make it past that part because a lot of that part is just sheer luck. Did your neighbor cough on you?
Yeah.
Or did you just go, oh, it's so and so, and they're like,
did you go to a party where Shannon dipped her whole ass hand in a dip?
Yeah.
Like,
and this is how it starts. Yeah.
Did you get misted by Voldemort?
Ew.
Voldemort missed.
What do your favorite pajamas or loungewear look like if you are a non-sleeper in pajamas? Or
I sleep in the nude, but I guess my favorite
who knew?
It's more comfy. I think my favorite pair of underwear, if I'm wearing underwear, is I got Rob and Me matching underwear from MeUndies, and it's little. There are two little olives in a martini glass, and it says "extra dirty" on them, and I think they're adorable.
Yes.
Oh my god, you guys! Martini extra. I like an extra dirty martini. Actually, Steven and I take our martinis the same.
Mine has to be filthy as whore and dry as the Sahara.
Okay, so how I would make that as an ex-bartender is you're just getting dry vermouth and olive juice. You're getting no vodka or gin.
Normally, I estimate the vermouth.
I want vodka. No vermouth. Yeah, vermouth is a sweetie. I don't want the sweet. I want the vodka dry. No vermouth and basically,
yeah, straight up. And
vodka in my olive juice.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll do like a mimosa version, or a screwdriver version, but it'll just be olive juice instead of orange juice.
Perfect.
Pretty much.
Perfect. Yeah. Right
yeah.
That's it.
You got us. We'll come over for that. We're good.
I got you.
That's right. You were a bartender at an axe place.
Yeah, and I was also a bartender at a very bougie country club. So I've done both. Where I've done, slinging beers and also making martinis.
Perfect.
I like it.
You're welcome.
So I go to dive bars and order martinis. So that's
I still think you're allowed to have hard liquor. So.
Oh, that is not the case here.
Oh,
you can have hard liquor anywhere, basically.
Yeah, the axe place is a liability thing. You can only have beer until you're done drinking. Then you can do like shots.
I don't know that. I wonder, because I know we have axe throwing places, but I've never heard of that particular limitation on anything.
I'm not sure. Yeah, now that
we're gonna have to Google that, because
yeah, there you go.
All right.
I don't know the axe liquor laws. I feel like this is a weird niche area that there isn't much guidance on.
That's your regulation somewhere.
There must be. Well, and yeah, it's Oregon. We have lots of regulations. And a lot of regulations that don't make sense, and a lack of regulations that do. To be honest, so it's really hard to figure out what's going.
Bureaucracy is that. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Where did we go? Your turn.
Would you rather cuddle a baby panda or a baby penguin?
Panda. They're sleepy and cute, and I love them.
Yes. And like penguins can be really nasty.
Also, penguins smell like fish, and that's gross.
And ocean, which they are cute. Also, birds tend to shart, and that's my, like duck and birds. They have like the liquid coming out the cloaca.
Also, have you seen all those videos of like caretakers trying to wrangle like 6 or 7 pandas who are all trying to get into something? I would like that.
Yes. I love that video of, I think it's a lady, and she's just trying to sweep the panda enclosure or rake, and then she's just like removing pandas from her body the whole time, and like
that's what I want in my life.
Yeah, I was not told by my guidance counselor in high school that was an occupational option.
Right. I feel like I should have been made aware of that, and my career path would be very different.
Like
panda wrangler.
How very dare you?
Because that's too close to dreams, and we don't pursue those in schools.
That's fair. You're not allowed to have those unless your dream is to get a perfect score on the ACT. We don't have those.
Yeah, you just be a good little cog in the machine. Go. Here's your diploma.
Unless your parents are rich, then it's all different. Wah, wah, wah. Okay, so this is the last question. Did you have fun?
Oh, yes. I love you guys.
Love you too.
I know, it's always fun. I love like meeting new people on here, but then it's amazing, especially like Fox, who's a fantastic human, and I want to hang out with him all the time now. But getting to like talk to our friends is even more fun, because then I just lose track of time, and we're just hanging out. I'm like, oh yeah, we're live.
Since I got to see you guys, 2 of them.
I know.
Like, whoa,
you were. Well, I should preface it because I was just gonna say you were off like playing with crack, but I'm talking about your character in your game.
Yeah,
like
I heard. Crack. I'm gonna watch that tomorrow to figure out what the hell I was doing. I
think you were just in a crack because you didn't get mentioned.
Just in your crack.
Yeah, I think you'll probably get an introduction of you hanging out in your crack.
In your crack.
Yeah. Ty will walk you through the intimacies of what you were doing.
I was in a crack in a MILF.
Yeah.
Yes.
But not a MILF crack.
That's different.
It was a crack you bought from home.
Fissure inside of the MILF's crack.
I do just want to make one out of context suggestion. Your first move might just want to be to hold your hands up and protect your head. Just
for no reason in particular.
Just in case. I don't actually know where you are, but I have this gut feeling that you might just want to protect your head.
I'm just gonna be like, for no reason at all, I'm just going to put my hands over my head.
You're gonna do the classic like tornado drill in school. Just get down, hands over the neck, like it's just for safety's sake.
Girl, I grew up in a place that didn't have tornadoes. I don't know how to do no tornado drill.
You did, because you grew up doing active shooter drills.
Yeah, and volcano and earthquake. It can't be that different, right?
Hold on. What do you do for a volcano drill?
We didn't have
Run, get the
girls.
fuck out.
No, you just kiss your ass goodbye.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like literally, they have you get under the desk, and it's like, what the hell good is that gonna do? Get to high ground.
Absolutely nothing. It's false sense of security. You know,
Like,
don't
just
panic.
no, we just wait, children.
Wait,
You. We're done. Yeah. Okay. Well, this is the end of the show, I guess, if we must.
Fine.
Thank you, Anna, for
Yes.
coming. And while you're here, while you tell folks, why am I blurry? Tell them. There we go. Can you please
Shannon
tell-
blurry because
Thank you. I need a 50-point essay. Not that you're like, you need to do more essays. I feel like you need more essays in your life.
I'd cry. No.
No.
You just finished your master's. Okay, anyway, tell folks where they can find your beautiful face.
You can find my beautiful face here on Thursdays, playing Dreams of Silver and Stone with Steven and his crack, and
Yes.
Shannon and her not crack.
I got
What was your name? What was your nickname? What was Nova's stripper
Squishy
name?
Delight. Squishy Delight, I think.
Yeah, Squishy Delight.
Yep.
So Shannon and her Squishy Delight and Steven and his crack. You can get into, this is weird. There's gonna be some weird porno spin-off of this at some point.
Fan art.
Hey, once we start getting fan fiction, we're in.
Fair. I just want, you know what? Just do the weird ship art where we're all like making out or whatever. I don't know what people do for fan art, but like go for it. But yeah, you can find me here on Thursdays. Sometimes when we do breaks, I run 10 candle games because it's fun. Yeah, and that's really all where you can find me right now, and that's okay because I'm a real person with a real adult job now, and I hate it.
I hate it. Well, glad that you could spend the
But
time with us that you do, because I would not be the same without you.
Oh, hi, Bear. Okay, bye, Bear.
Bye,
Bye, Bear.
Love you.
All right, everybody, thank you for joining, and we're going to go ahead and call it a night. Catch us next weekend, where I believe that it will actually be the From Afar podcast, guys. And so it should be a hoot. We're having a run of Canadians, and I'm super happy about
I'm
that. I'm
here
just
for it.
saying. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm French Canadian by lineage. Does that count?
Yes.
You know what? So am I.
Yes, let's go.
This
Well,
makes sense.
Wait a minute. I have a little bit of Newfoundland. It's like some people came down from Newfoundland. That's Canada, right?
That's not the same. That's like, but I guess, yeah. I mean, maybe. I think of Newfoundland, I think of the big dog.
We should ask a Canadian.
Excuse me, Canadian. Do you know about Newfoundlands?
Yes.
Anyway, yeah, I'm signing off. That was what I was in the middle of doing. Thank you, everyone. You have a fantastic evening. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, McSherry, for being the amazing goddess of the chat. And yeah, we will see you next week. Goodbye.
Mwah.